Now, welcome to another episode of Let's Roll Out, guys. If today's your first time joining us, my name is Elton Felix. And it was last year that we came to this very location. We're at Mosport Racetrack to bring you this amazing car. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it done, but we're back. It is so special. Now, this car boasts a healthy 1,000 horsepower. Last year, it was only a mere 700, but that wasn't good enough for the owner, which we will meet in a few minutes. It is not the Hellcat. It is not the Demon. It's not even a Brabus Mercedes or even a McLaren 720. The car we're talking about today is this, the Camero Zl1. It is a 2012, but it's been highly modified. You see, sometimes a motor is just not good enough unless it's boosted. Today we get the opportunity to meet the owner of this car. Last week we started the show where you get to see and hear from the people that love cars. And if you love Let's Roll Out, guys, we're about the people and about the cars. So in no further ado, let's meet the owner of this awesome car. Jim, welcome to Let's Roll Out. We've been trying to do this show since last year. I am so happy that we get the opportunity to get it done now. So please, first of all, why did you choose the Camaro?
General Motors Performance.
General Motors Performance.
You got it, buddy.
That's it. You're a diehard. You love to have that American muscle. You know, I know that the Germans can be fantastic. They can be precise. But when it comes to just raw power, General Motors, they've got you covered. The price that you would pay for a car like this and to have this much power, think about what it'll be like for one of the Germans or the Europeans. So why don't you tell me a little bit about this car? When did you get it?
It's 5 years now. I bought it when it came out in 2012. I put about 15,000 kilometers on it and took it to the track a few times. It was okay in the beginning, but it started to overheat. You know, intercooler, it's not really set up for long distance tracking.
Okay.
I took it to a guy, De Silver Motorsports, out in Guelph, Cambridge area, Ontario.
Nice.
And we threw a cam, mild headwork, bit of lower porting, headers, and upper lower pulley, and we were pulling 650, 660 at the wheels, about 800 horse.
650 horsepower to the wheels. I know they've tested the new McLaren 720, and that was rated at 691 horsepower to the wheels. So this was already at 650, but we know that that wasn't good enough, because today we are here and we're at 1,000 horsepower. Wow. Obviously, you were not happy. So what else did you get done?
So it went to a guy in Newmarket, Ontario, AGP Customs and Speed, and they pulled the motor completely out of it and put it in a basket and ordered a brand new LS3 block, not an LSA block.
So now the size of this engine, it has gone from a 6.2, now it has what?
It's a 6.9 liter, I guess. It'd be a 416 cubic inch instead of a 476. It's a beast. It's got so much bottom end grunt that you can't really use third gear anymore on this track because it starts to get a little squirrely. So it's a different baby. Now she's running an honest 900. It's going to be 1,000 come spring.
Okay.
He's got it detuned. There's only 2,000 kilometers on it. It hasn't hit
the break-in point as yet.
Exactly.
So you still have to do some stuff to break it in and get it ready for that. Yeah. Okay. Today we're going to be going out onto the racetrack as well, because while Let's Roll Out love to bring you the cars and show you the beautiful twisties, having this much power is just not feasible for the road. You see, I met Jim last year and we were on Kingston Road, and I heard this sound and I had to get this guy because I took off after him on my motorcycle, which you guys saw in the show, and I chased him down because I wanted to feature this car. It sounded so epic. Today we get to experience it fully here at Mosport Racetrack. So thank you for joining us, guys, and we're gonna be taking you for a ride in this, wow, brute, this animal. We'll get to experience it live. Jim, thanks for the opportunity, guys.
No problem.
See you on the track. My God. The level of grip. Oh, you can just grenade the brakes and it brings this car down so quickly. What is amazing is that all of that power is going to the back wheels via a 6-speed manual transmission. What I can say, I wish I was in the driver's seat. So we've just came back in, and now we get a chance to get into some of the figures of this car. And we know it's a 4,100 pound vehicle and at 900 horsepower, and all of that going to the back wheels. Now, one of the biggest things that we were suffering from out there, and you can't get to put all that power down to the road, and the traction control light just seems to be just having so much fun and reducing our fun at the same time. So now, Jim, how do you think you will like try to deal with this problem that we're having here with the traction control?
I can feel the power is extremely different. It's more bottom end grunt. That's what I'm noticing. I'm in a, fourth gear instead of a third now, coming out of turn 5, and it's still traction control. It's shutting me down. So that means there's some grunt there.
Okay.
I'm probably going to have to run slicks or change things up a little. It's like I said, first time out since the build. We're gonna test it and see what happens. But I don't even want to say what we did for a time because the car's probably about 12, 13 seconds faster than what we just did there.
This car is rated right now at about 900 horsepower. What is the torque on this car right now?
It pulled 723 foot-pounds of torque at 760 horsepower. So it pulled actually 660 foot-pounds of torque at 2,000 RPM on the dyno. He was surprised when he stabbed it in 1-to-1 ratio, would be fourth gear, and it on the graph it was right up to 660 at 2,000 RPM. Held through till 4,700, got to the peak. The horsepower and torque crossed at about 4,700, and then the horsepower took over up to 6,300 RPM.
Yes.
So they cross at 4,700, but this thing is a beast at 3,000 RPM.
Wow. I can only wish to have this opportunity to drive this car myself, but like I said before, I don't get the opportunity because I'm not licensed yet on the track. I came here too late today, but maybe next time. It was a great day out on the track. It had me pinned to my seats. I was moving around a lot. I'm sure you guys saw that. The corner grip is fantastic in this thing. The Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires were just doing a fantastic job of holding this more than 4,100 pound vehicle and kept it glued to the road. Thank you guys for joining us today on Let's Roll Out. And Jim, I want to thank you for the opportunity of allowing us to come out here to Mosport to film this car today. It has been fantastic. See you again in our next episode. Let's roll out.